Don't be mistaken. Weakness is not a characteristic the world will forgive. Weakness is a curse that attracts predators, a red flag for those ready to make you a stepping stone. Everyone you know, friends, co-workers, even your family, is fighting their own battle. And if there's a chance that you are the weak link, someone at some point will use it to their advantage. You might think that showing vulnerability opens up space for empathy, but you're mistaken if you think that's how things actually work. In practice, every weakness is a risk, an open hole you leave for others to exploit, a wide open door for invaders. Weakness is the ticket of entry for manipulators and exploiters. They're out there, waiting for any sign that you won't react, that you'll bend, that you'll give up what's yours. Being strong is not about showing an image. It's about survival. Toughness isn't just a shield against other people's intentions. It's the pillar that keeps you standing in the face of any storm. In a world where weakness is an invitation to pain, being strong is not optional. It's the price you pay to remain standing. Imagine the world as it really is, without masks, without illusions. This is a brutal place, where everyone has their own interests first. No matter how much you try to deny it, people will take advantage of your weakness as soon as they see an opportunity. It's a jungle, and in the jungle, there is no compassion. Commit to this. No one is going to show up to save you. And if someone does come with that promise, it's because they want something in return. At best, it's someone who wants to control you. When you realize that no one is going to take your hand and lead you down the safe path, you begin to understand the importance of maintaining your own stance, of being relentless with your weaknesses. No one cares about what you lost, what you had to sacrifice to get where you are. The only thing that matters to the world is whether you're ready to defend what's yours, whether you have the strength to resist when everything crumbles. To survive, you must internalize the brutal nature of the world, and above all, become unshakable in the face of it. Your resilience will be the factor that decides whether you are the prey or the predator. Being prepared to face this reality is not something you buy. It's not a skill that someone can teach you. It's something you'll have to pull from inside yourself every day. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your guide, your ally, your constant reminder that you are still alive. If it hurts, it's because you're being tested, challenged, forced to grow. Pain is what keeps you sharp, what keeps you on alert. Every blow you withstand without falling is another layer of strength that you accumulate. Many think the goal is to avoid pain, to escape from it. That's foolishness. Pain is inevitable, and weakness is precisely the attempt to flee from this fact. Those who hide from pain end up hiding from themselves, losing the chance to evolve, to become stronger. True strength comes from the willingness to face pain head-on, to use it as a brick in the construction of your fortress. Allow each adversity, each suffering, to be part of your building. Let these moments not be weak points, but firm foundations. Turn pain into your fuel, into your ammunition. And when the world gives you reasons to retreat, face it with the coldness of someone who knows that pain is no longer capable of intimidating you. Strength is not just the result of endurance, but also of discipline. Being strong is first and foremost being constant. What good is it to be resilient one day and give in the next? If you want the world to respect you, you must cultivate discipline like a blade that never dulls. Weakness slips in through the gaps, and every time you fail to follow through, every time you allow yourself a break on what is essential, you reinforce those cracks. Discipline is what cannot be broken, what cannot be bargained for. Every day you'll get up knowing that the world is ready to knock you down, but instead of retreating, you commit, day after day, to rising up. Being strong is a habit, not an exception. It's saying yes to what needs to be done and no to distractions, shortcuts, excuses. Because in the end, discipline will be the difference between surviving and being erased. You need to train your mind like a soldier trains their body. You're not here for concessions. You're here to win the day. defeat weaknesses, and conquer the world, if necessary. Not for glory or recognition, but to continue existing with integrity. Words can be a trap. Those who talk too much usually have little to show for it. Real strength is contained, silent. It doesn't seek attention, doesn't need approval. When you are truly strong, you don't need to expose yourself, to announce your intentions. The world only needs to know that wherever you are, there will be resistance. The strength that truly intimidates is the one that doesn't flaunt itself. Others may underestimate you, think they know your limits, but true power lies in what you keep hidden. You become a wall in silence, impenetrable and enigmatic. And those who dare to approach your fortress will realize they've entered a territory where there are no concessions, where there's no mercy for those who confuse serenity with weakness. In silence, you concentrate your power, your ability to decide what's worth it, what should be confronted, and when it should be done. With each adversary that falls before you, the respect of those around you grows. Not because you said something, but because you acted and let the world feel the weight of your presence without needing any words. In the end, your survival, your strength, it all comes down to one thing: winning. Every battle, no matter how small it seems, matters. Winning is not something that only happens in the big battles. It's in the daily fight, in the effort to maintain control over yourself, that you prove your worth. If you fail, if you allow weakness to take control, the world will crush you without hesitation. That's the price of surrendering, of being weak. Those who don't understand this, those who think they can let one slip pass, give in another time, sink into a spiral of defeats that ultimately define them. But if you are relentless, if every fall is just a push to rise more firmly, more strongly, the world will understand that you're not someone to mess with. Winning is a state of mind. It's living with an unshakable conviction that you will always rise, no matter what happens. Because in the end, that's what defines a strong man. The one who never allows himself to be defeated. The one who carries within him a determination that challenges any adversity. There comes a point when you realize that everything you've gone through brought you here, and everything was necessary to build what you are. Being unbreakable is, first and foremost, accepting the scars, the losses, and the moments of pain. Not as a mark of weakness, but as a testimony of your struggle. It's understanding that every blow was a step in your evolution, an opportunity to become stronger, more resilient, more capable. You no longer fight for recognition, nor to prove something to anyone. You fight because you know that the only thing that matters is what remains inside you. And true strength lies in what no one can take away. Every defeat, every pain, every long and solitary night only built the foundation of what you are now. Someone unshakable. Someone who, even in the face of all storms, chooses to remain standing. Being strong, after all, is not about winning one battle or another. It's about being able to cross the darkest nights without losing what you've built inside. It's knowing that, no matter what happens, you won't be destroyed. Because what really matters is not what the world does to you, but what you are capable of enduring, what you are capable of becoming. Being unbreakable is not allowing anything or anyone to have the power to define your destiny, except for you. And as long as you keep fighting, as long as you keep rising, the true victory will already be yours. Sometimes, what will truly prove your strength is your ability to be alone. When difficulties arise, many will prefer the comfort of a crowd, but there are moments when only you will be there to face what comes. And in those moments, that's where true strength reveals itself. Being alone does not mean weakness, nor does it mean isolation. It's a test of self-sufficiency, of conviction. The strength you find in solitude is unbreakable because it comes from you, not from who stands beside you. When you can withstand the silence, when you find peace in your own company, the world sees that you don't need anyone to be solid, that you are complete in yourself. It is the strength of someone who doesn't rely on crutches to stand tall, of someone who knows they can face any storm alone. In this world, respect is something that's earned, and the way you rise, how you face each challenge, determines whether the world will see you as someone worthy of respect. It doesn't matter how much you try to please, how much you seek acceptance. The respect that truly matters comes from your stance, from your willingness to keep your word, to press on when many would give up. Respect is a hard-fought achievement. People respect those they know won't bend, who won't give up on their principles, who don't easily yield to pressure. If you want to be respected, understand that it requires sacrifice. It demands a strength many don't possess. By holding your ground, by showing you are unyielding, you build yourself as someone who, in the face of adversity, neither wavers nor retreats. Not everything needs to be said. There are times when silence is your greatest strength. Saying too much can reveal what you think, what you feel, and can become ammunition for those waiting for an opportunity to strike. Real strength is knowing when to speak and, more importantly, when to remain silent. Not everyone deserves to know your intentions. Not everyone has the right to know your thoughts. Keeping silent is a virtue that requires self-control. When you control your words, you also control the situation. Your goals remain protected, your vulnerabilities hidden. Silence is not an emptiness. It's a show of confidence, from someone who doesn't need to shout to be heard, from someone who knows that true strength is in action, not in words.